All right, Clayton, thanks so much. When it comes to protecting your skin from the sun's harmful rays, you can't always trust what you read there on the bottle. Nearly 1/3 of sunscreens tested by Consumer Reports fell short of the promised SPF number. So what do we need to know to keep our skin safe? Dermatologist Dr. Doris Day is here. She's also a medical ambassador for Christie Brinkley Skincare. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me.
So if we're putting on 50 sunscreen, are we necessarily getting a 50 SPF?
I can pretty much guarantee that you're not. And the reason is that all sunscreens are over-the-counter drugs, and they're very tightly regulated by the FDA. But that testing is done under very controlled circumstances in a lab, not in the real world. And real-world use will never match what you see in the lab.
Yeah, the way that you put it on, how thick it is, once you get in the water, are you sweating?
Exactly, and that's the problem I had with the Consumer Reports. I love Consumer Reports. If I'm getting a new car, that's where I go to look. But when it comes to sunscreens, it's a little bit tricky because the testing that they do isn't the same as the FDA testing, and you're going to get different results every time.
Right.
So you have to assume if you're using an SPF 50, you're lucky if you're getting an SPF 20.
So you want to reapply pretty often, stay in the shade, put on a hat, sunglasses, things like that. But you know, a lot of us, we want to get in the sun. So what can we use instead?
So I brought you several choices. So we start with the Christie Brinkley Recapture Day. This has an SPF of 30. It also has IR defense because we know that you have to protect against the sun. You want broad spectrum protection, but I see a lot of discoloration, and some of that comes from infrared rays. So I love that this has extra broad spectrum protection.
Broad spectrum is UVA, UVB.
UVA, UVB, and this one infrared as well. Okay. So that's really broad, and I love that. And it feels good on the skin. If you don't like it, you won't use it. So I want something you like.
This Neutrogena spray, you know, it's always so hard to catch the kids as they're running through the sprinkler, and then they're wet, but this will work even if your skin's wet?
That's right. So Neutrogena has the Helioplex technology. That's how it gets its broad spectrum. And you could spray it on wet, so kids can spray it on while they're running. You don't want to inhale it. That's a problem. Yeah. So I don't like this for the face, but it's great for the kids when they're running around on the beach.
That's amazing, and it actually works.
Yes, it works.
Okay, next up, Aveeno.
Aveeno, this is Protect and Hydrate. This is an SPF 50, and it's also hydrating. This uses oatmeal technology, so it's very soothing to the skin. And a lot of these are paraben-free. The Christie Brinkley is paraben-free. I think the Aveeno one is as well. So that's a lot of what people are looking for. I'll say one word. I love that the Aveeno has oatmeal, which is considered natural, but when it comes to sunscreen, natural really doesn't mean anything. You want science, you want clinical testing, you want studies behind it, instead of just words.
And doctor, we have one more and not a lot of time to get to it.
Okay, that's the Helioplex. That's the Antelios, and that has Mexeril as its main ingredients. It has a high SPF as well, and this is another very popular one.
All right, Dr. Doris Day, thank you so much. Yeah, we want to get out in the sun. We just need to protect ourselves.
Have to be smart about it.
Perfect. Thanks so much.
Thanks.
28 minutes after the hour.